Hello everyone and welcome back to Abundant Automation. We left off in the middle of an unfinished iron unloading station. So let's rectify that situation by, well, finishing it. Which is going to involve bringing this queue or waiting area or whatever you want to call it, stacker back together. Signaling it up. Is this? It has to be. It has to be correct. There it is. Alright, so that's the chain signals. I guess I will explain a bit about how this works in a minute. But let me first finish this. We can always relocate these things. Doesn't really matter. So lots of research getting done, and it's getting quite dark when I jump into one of these things, but all will be well. Alright, so putting a station here seems like a good enough place. Yeah, let's give ourselves just a little bit more room here. Let's make it 4 around the bottom, 2 around the tops will, 2 around the top will suffice us. So let's call this iron unload. We want to put in a signal behind this. And this is most likely better suited for a line of big power poles, whichever way you look at it. So we're going to do just that. These should be connected back here. If not, let's connect them. Get rid of these horrible small power poles. And embrace the progress that is big power poles. There you are. Alright, let's position this one accurately. Okay. Is this... Yep, it is. I think, can you? Yeah, you can paste them over one another. For the same reason as back here, I'm gonna give this whole business 1 additional square to work with. Once again, iron unload. And you're gonna go to iron unload and stay there for a bit. Alright, and then behind all of this, you're gonna come down and around. Ah, look at the beauty of this. Now, some people really don't like loops. And there's been a lot of discussion about this topic. Some of it heated, some of it less heated. But I still think there's always the right tool for the right job, right? And as I said, I'm gonna have a hybrid system, and I'm just gonna use the good old single-headed trains wherever they serve a purpose, and wherever I think they serve their purpose better than double-headed trains, which is for freight transport. Probably can make this one bit shorter. Yeah, in freight transport, whereas in other applications, I really do feel that double-headed trains are the way to go, because reversing For instance, when you're building out an outpost, reversing is really a thing you have to do quite often. But freight trains, who are automatically going about the place anyway, don't really need to do that. So all you need to do there is take some precautions to maintain high throughput. And that's another thing. Many people, or many of the arguments against the whole, let me count these real quick, 2, 4, 6, 7, and then another 7. Yeah, that's correct. We're going to stick with one-sided unloading for the time being and make it unloading until we do have the thingies, the substations. What was I talking about? Probably some rant about trains and loops and stuff. Yeah, a lot of the arguments against using single-ended trains actually had to do with, or actually they were more like arguments against using loops. And or what it came down to, at least the way I read most of the arguments, is don't use roundabouts. And I'm totally on board with that. Junctions, with the introduction of chain signals, junctions are just superior to roundabouts in every way. Alright, let's unload these into these, and then onto these. Alright, now we will want to put a substation in the space I'm leaving there eventually, but for now we don't have substations, so we're just gonna do that. And it'll be fine. Alright, this is unloading. Now we need to go and think a bit and build a bit of the good old loading stations. And I think for that I actually want to go straight for smart loading stations. Yeah, I think I do. For that we'll need smart chests. What are we doing? We're doing 2 wagons, so that's only 14. It's fine, we have plenty of inserters of both kinds. Let's get a stack of both red and green wire. Alright, I had a bunch of red wire, so let's not produce too much more of this. Green wire, and we're only gonna need, I think, yeah, 1 decider combinator. No, 1 arithmetic combinator. No decider. So that's gonna be that. And what else? Some more big electric poles. Probably a good idea. Grab some more iron here. Also, with all the chest building, there's quite a bit of a demand for steel, but that's fine. Right. So we're up to what, 31 there. Cannot just drop them. Dropped it on the ground. That's not nice. Alright, let's make a bit of room here. We won't need most of this. A car would be a good idea to carry one around. Raw wood, nay. Regular magazine, nay. The rest of you can stay for the time being. Oh, and miners. Probably also a good thing to take if you're wanting to build an iron outpost. We should have a resource monitor. Did I not? No, I did not. So, let's get one. And what did I come down here for? Mining drills. Give me 100. Might be enough. We'll see. Yeah, should be enough. I think we'll go for this one first. Or, yeah, I think so. I didn't really think about defenses now, did I? But, yeah, one thing at a time. Let's get there first, and then we can still think about the rest. Alright, now, since we don't have blueprints yet, well, technically we have blueprints, but we don't have advanced circuits yet. I can't yet use FAL. Well, I could use it, but it wouldn't make much of a difference. So I'm just gonna do all that manually. Yeah, while we're here, gonna do these signals manually, and then when we come out here, I'm gonna start placing them at each power pole. I'm also gonna run out of rail here. Probably not a good thing if you're trying to build a railway, but I am not certain. We could try. Alright, belt-wise we're definitely more than well equipped. Let's also get some of these. No, let's just get all of it. I think we're gonna have enough curvy stuff here. Alright, out into the wilderness. Let's tame this ferocious land. Let's grab all of its resources for the glory of the factory. That sounds like a good plan to me. Don't know about you, but that's what we're gonna do. So how are we gonna lay these tracks out here? It's probably gonna depend a bit on how this factory is gonna expand down here. Yeah, let's get modules. So if I'm bending the main bus around that way, I probably don't want a main line running right here, because it's kind of detrimental for building a factory if rails are running there. I certainly want this stone and this copper at some point, so an alternative might be, what are you? I think that's iron? It's hard to say. Might be stone. But nonetheless, it's a pitiful deposit, so let's not worry about that. Maybe we can... Maybe we can extend ourselves out to here. There's also oil here. Or out to there. Or out to there. You know what? I'm just gonna build a north-south line. Yeah, I'm gonna build a T-junction that goes north, west, and east, where I just showed. Yeah, let's lay the track first. Yeah, that's the problem with these things now. Let's just attach a file at the back and be happy with it. Oh, there, the annoying alerts are on. Don't want you. No pathing and fuel issues or something, are things that really help, but signals, I mean, waiting at a stacker is an expected behavior, and it could be that you're waiting there for quite a while. So I don't want it to show warnings if that happens. Alright, so let's quickly get rid of you. And then quickly run power poles along here. Alright, what about this? Probably a bit too close. Let's get it. Give it one more power pole. That seems like a good enough place. Yep, we're gonna do it here. Whoop. That's probably not a very workable rail line. Alright, so this is going to be a very basic T-junction. We want to be able to turn up here. What am I doing? let me first put down... Nope. Put down these. There you go. Now let's rotate this thing 1,000 times. There we are. Like so. And then these are going to be connected like that. And we're going to use this signal as a measurement of how far we need to go back with the second set of curves. Come on. Alright, now what kind of a signaling do we need here? Probably not that big of a deal. I'm fully aware that you don't technically need the signals at the exits of these, but I still feel they serve a valid purpose, so I leave them in there. Alright, then that's pretty much it. So what we're doing is just signaling, so we are creating a block around each split, merge, or junction. And before every junction, because we're doing a drive on write, if you hadn't noticed by now, before every junction we're putting a chain signal so that the junction can never be blocked or deadlocked on. And that's it. So what we need to do now is once again do this. I don't know why I'm so prone to this today. We'll never find out. Get some more stuff. Slowly running out of things to research here. Putting in a signal there, and a signal there. And then we're gonna slowly but steadily make our way forwards here. I'm very neurotic about getting out of moving trains, even if they're just moving at a walking pace. It's... Yeah, it's been the amusement of many a multiplayer game in which I took part. And I got squished. And I don't want to get squished. Alright, so we're gonna go north from here and then make another similar junction up here, or maybe up here would be a better idea, and have our first iron outpost out there. So that's very nice. But that's gonna have to be in the next episode. As always, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I've been Disgrind. I shall see you soon.